What is up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Hypercharges coming to Brawl Stars. Let's get into it. So the Hypercharges are basically a extra super that you can use on a brawler that makes it, gives it a buff basically. Gives it a ton of health, damage, and speed buff, or it could be a shield buff, but it just depends on what brawler it is. And the brawler, basically becomes OP for like 6 or 7 seconds, which is fine. I think that's actually a good thing. But what I'm worried more about is how much it'll change pro play. I think that will change the pro scene so much. Like, for the average person, like, okay, if someone uses like a 30% extra Shelly super or whatever, like, it's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be bad. You can still win the game against normal players. But against pros, if pros have that could change the landscape of professional play, in my opinion. I think it's good for the average player, but bad for pro play, if that makes any sense to y'all. And I know the mass majority of people aren't pro players or trying to go pro or anything, but for those guys, it will change the game dramatically. I think brawlers like Colt actually may have a chance now, because his super is basically twice as big. You know how easy it is to hit a super that big? It's not that hard, right? And it gives extra damage and stuff. He could be OP after this update. So I'm not really sure how good those 6 brawlers or 7 brawlers that are going to be after this update, but they're going to be broken. And I think the meta is going to shift towards them, obviously. With the next Pro World Championships coming up, I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen then. I think it's going to be crazy. Will they even let Hypercharges be in the game? Probably. Will they? I don't even know. Will they all of them be banned? Maybe, who knows. But I think if they leave a brawler with a hypercharge on it, not banned, that's going to be the first pick every time, and I just don't think that's very fun for pro players. However, I do think in the future when they add a ton of hypercharges, like let's say there's 30 out of 70, I think that would be way better. But I think in the few recent months coming up from now, it's going to be bad, like really bad. I don't think Brawl Stars is going to be that fun to play for anyone in the next upcoming months, just because a couple brawlers are going to be broken and you're going to have to play them, otherwise you're going to get beat, and I think that's what's going to happen. Now, I do like the changes to overall 10%. To each brawler statistic when you upgrade them. I just think that's good because that kind of balances it out a little bit, but I still think the hypercharges are going to be broken, and the new brawlers also look broken, especially the one that charges up with cookies. Dude, that thing is freaking broken. Okay, but I'm more worried about the hypercharges for pro play than I am about anything else. So let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, but I'd love to hear y'all's opinions about it, to be honest.